No.
She's so
Other
good.
classes are language.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're so
I
classy.
think we're all here. Everyone all roughly settled?
Oh,
Okay.
the can't make.
That would not be so, because that would never happen. Always come up with something new. Something new, as soon as you get me settled.
All right, well, I think we can call today's July 17th, 2026 meeting to order. Oh my gosh, already July 17th. As far as preliminary matters are concerned, I will pass it over to JG for the roll call.
Larry Dorsey,
Here.
Dalton Villette,
Here.
Mary Cartwright, here. Scott Phillips,
Here.
Maureen Ho, Jill Roberts.
Here.
Susan Scanish, here. Councilmember Craig Craft.
Here.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I so move.
Motion, do I have a
Second.
second? And second, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Roll call, yeah.
Hearing none, agenda passes unanimously. And now on to public comment. Anyone who wants to give public comment? Seeing none, any on Zoom?
No.
No, all right. We're chugging right along into general updates and debriefing. In updates, we have correspondences completed and required.
I can't remember where I was last week with my mini time, but anyway, I wrote Dave and Steve Playcomb thanking them for the baby scale. Wrote Robert Spangler saying thank you, but no thank you. We are not able to process and needed to throw away those wood remnants. Tried to be very tactful with that. And Erica Winter, who has given us the White Wizard soapbox. I thank you often.
Perfect.
And she hopes to come through the museum, so.
An additional correspondence that I did was to Weckers and Jim Listoka about the two items we wanted deaccession. Or not deaccession,
Return.
return to them.
Okay.
So,
Okay. You want me to go ahead and put that in here? I'm happy to.
sure, and I'm following up with them every week or so, and if we haven't heard by August, we'll make a decision.
Do you have the Rutgers address in Oregon or wherever they are?
I don't,
Whose address?
Weckers address,
You mean the mailing address?
Yeah. Just-
No,
Okay.
yeah, the email and telephone numbers.
no, it's correspondence that I initiated,
Oh,
because I did it during the work session.
okay, so Mary, you're not sending.
She's just making me aware, yeah.
Okay.
Which is the
Because these guys
address
are
of the-
So Jen, that's the.
Right. I think all good there. Marshall Fire Remembrance Subcommittee. We actually had kind of something of a different meeting most recently. It was earlier this week. We met with the Louisville City Council. Councilmember Craycraft was there, along with Councilmember Miller, JG, and some of the other members of the subcommittee, such as our chair, Andrew Vaughn from CAPS. It was kind of a interesting meeting, I would say, because we had the architects and designers come. They gave their presentation for the remembrance. Then a couple city council members from Louisville asked a couple of different questions. And there seems to have been, I guess, a little bit of confusion on what we as members of the subcommittee or town staff or town council members would do or potentially engage with or answer any sort of clarifying comments or questions they would have, because obviously we've been doing this process for several years now, and could have hopefully remedied some additional questions that they might have had, but we ultimately weren't called upon or asked anything directly from the city council members. Ultimately, I think the consensus view was they loved the design, thought it was very beautiful. They're looking at figuring out potential ways to partner with this, although what that kind of partnership would ultimately look like kind of remains to be determined on if there's some minor tweaks to the design. We're not changing the design itself, but there's some ways that we can integrate Louisville, maybe in some of the verbiage or whatnot that's used throughout. Or if we connect it in some way with their currently built pet memorial, just minor tweaks like that. And then they announced that they're gonna be pursuing the rollout of survey, which is a 6-question survey that's gonna go out to Louisville residents, just kind of about a memorial of some kind in their own right, and or partnership with our Remembrance Project. So I think that kind of covers everything. JG, any other additional points?
So may I ask, I'm just curious, so did Louisville invite Superior because you've been waiting through this so much longer? Or why were you there if they weren't listening to your view is what I'm really talking.
Yeah, they wanted an update on the project itself. I know Superior town staff had previously reached out with Louisville town staff to get some sort of updates or see kind of their feel. They had not, after the pet memorial, it seems like done or planned that much. So they wanted to know a bit more about the process. They had become aware of our presentation with town council, wanted something similar to just kind of get updates on it. I know there was postings about this in some of the Facebook groups, so they wanted some details about the full presentation, kind of the scale of things.
Dalton had actually, and then it kind of came to fruition when we did a co-council meeting. So Louisville and Superior had a co-council meeting, and this was one of the topics.
Right.
Because we've been wanting to partner or inviting them to partner, so.
Yeah.
Offered the presentation, so JG made that all come together. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll have our next meeting in August. I know we're still waiting on, and hopefully we'll be getting some of this geo tracking, geo surveying details done, which is related to the actual physical land that the remembrance is going to be located on.
Yeah.
And then final talks with launching kind of the fundraising apparatus side of things.
The fundraising that keeps going,
Yeah, all these different,
all these twisty,
it's kind of a
turny ways, yeah.
yeah, but we'll get there.
Eventually we'll get it,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think that covers everything there.
Yeah.
All right, RFI log and mass media list.
Yes.
Yes, I distributed it electronically. We had the 2 entries on Betsy Baxter and her tour and the request from Elizabeth Brooks Rios. They wanted support for the La Paracas project. But as I understand it, we didn't send a letter.
Correct.
Yep. All right, well, thank you very much. Next we have volunteers. I was gonna reach out to Nancy Thomas, see if she's interested potentially in some work for our August Open Museum Days. And just see her availability there. Any other volunteer updates?
I still need it from somebody, Jade's address.
Okay, I emailed her trying to find that and I haven't gotten a response, at least from her.
Or, yeah, okay,
Who's?
Jade,
OJ.
so that I can write her, thank you.
I don't know, does town staff know her address? I didn't think so. Okay, yeah, I sent an email and just haven't heard back.
Okay,
Mm.
well, if you don't, just could you send another and say?
Yes.
"Thank you very much."
Yeah.
Or pass it to me then.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't care.
Next we have Donors Lions Club and recent donations. Any other additional details on the donors, or recent donations?
For any updates from Lions Club?
No, but apparently I thank Larry and you that the tree was replaced and they are taking care of the trees. Thank you.
Yes, Larry, that was your discovery that the tree was.
Yeah.
So thank you. So Larry discovered that one of the 5 Lions donated trees was not doing so well. So he let me know, and we sent, one of our parks guys who helps, is mostly in charge of trees. So he went out immediately and, had Vargas come out as well. And they assessed, and they thought it was gonna be okay if they did some deep watering and fertilizing, but then they ended up changing their mind and replaced the one that wasn't doing so well.
Replaced already?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then so they're deep watering and fertilizing this week, and then they're just gonna keep a really close eye on all of them.
They will put in the same type of tree?
I'm assuming he did.
They were out there yesterday morning, I saw them.
So I don't know if that tree just wasn't doing well, or if the irrigation wasn't hitting it, like it's hitting the others, I'm not really sure, but I'll find out.
When I looked at it though, they had the, mulch over around the trunk, and the mulch was all wet, so they was all, get too much water too.
Establishment is hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true, true.
either way, we have to be very protective of those lines.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, they're very special,
Thank you.
And there'll be such an addition in 5
Yeah.
years, I mean, it'll,
you
you know,
Well, regarding donations, we need to make two decisions. We've been bouncing around, we offered grandfather clock from Leslie. And so it's been over a month now that she offered it to us, so I think we need to make a decision. And also Twyla Pap
Yes.
sent us an offer of 2 irons, one's a flat iron and one's a little bit more modern.
Always that grand.
Like another gas one or something. So first of all, yeah,
I'm
didn't
gonna
they-
pull one up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look up here yet. It's gonna take me a minute.
secret.
Oh, no, it's just.
Yeah, I sent it out
A while.
yesterday, they
Was it yesterday?
took photographs. Yesterday or Wednesday. I imagine.
I was gonna say, going on to work plan V, or plan 5, my, thought on the Grassville Park exhibit and space relay, was to move the larger display case 90 degrees out from the wall to give a larger wall space in that, parlor area, which would help with the grandfather clock acceptance. So that's actually, the clock's what got me thinking about that, so I don't know if you wanna wait on the clock until we talk about Grassville Park, or jump Grassville Park in now, or decide yay or nay on the clock without that other discussion.
Well, you had sent an email to the commission requesting opinions on the clock, and that's just for
Mhm.
responses to you, so what did you learn from that?
That didn't get many responses, and I think probably about 2 definitely against, and others very for, and others wanting more time to think about it.
Yeah, I think Karen said, yes, if we have space, or it's nice if we can have space.
Can we move this discussion to the clock repair discussion and look at the
Look at both.
clock collection a little more comprehensively?
Let's do
Because
that.
we've got it in work plan
Yeah.
check-in on 4.4.
So, yeah, I
So
think
let's come back.
is that okay? But here are the irons.
Yeah, we can look at the irons and then I think move.
That, the one on the left, the Wolagorski's, I think, have provided us with plenty like that, right?
No, we don't, we have, they're cast iron
Yeah.
versus metal. Mm. And the one on the right looks like a different version of the gas. We have one we're deaccessioning because it's rusted out, and Wolagorski's gave us one that's very, very good condition. It's the white gas on the front.
We certainly don't have anything like the one on the
No.
right.
I mean,
It's a
we've got, I don't know if we wanna be the iron people.
Well, that's what I was gonna say,
But we're-
how many do we need?
But at what point do we go,
they're all different.
they're all different, and it's a really cool progression.
Like, do we need a comparative collection?
Well, that's just it, I mean,
And maybe, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
But I think that, you know, Karen and Wally have, just gave us
They
a
have.
few, they have a
Yeah.
lot more than
yeah,
than that.
but, I mean, given how comprehensive it's becoming, I'm inclined to say we take it.
You can do a really cool.
Well, you can really
way
do a
with
really
all-
cool progression,
Yeah.
exactly.
Top- on the
And,
top
oh, by
of
the
the
way, the
stone.
one on the left, I was telling you about my mom's soffits, and she's going to, my mother's planning a donation for us when she dies. And one of them is a doll version of that.
What, Brett?
A doll's, like a little bit of kids for their doll clothes, and it were of that. So, I mean, my gut says take them,
Yeah.
just because it's, I love the progression, that's.
I'd be okay with that. I think the, way that we present them could be actually pretty unique.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing too is they're relatively small. We have
Yeah.
enough space for them as well.
Yeah.
And those ones are in looking to be in pretty
Good
good condition.
condition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like we could borrow them if we needed it.
Fire up the stove.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you have one like the one on the right?
No, I have one, a toy one like the one on the left.
It seems like we had some, but
We do
it
not.
was
We
before
have-
fire, maybe.
No, yeah, we have another gas, but it's the bulb on the front. So it's a little older, I think, than this one. Susan, you know the one do you remember the one I'm talking about?
I know, there's so many, I guess.
Again, do you want me to bring up a picture? I got a picture, actually.
Oh, okay. You just decide,
Yeah,
Yeah, do you think?
we don't have them on the handle, so,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that handle.
yeah.
And the ones we have are cast iron, not steel.
okay. So, all right with accepting both?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we can make that work. We'll talk about the clock in a little bit. We'll return to that. So next then, collection management. Similar kind of topic, but any additional details or updates there?
We have been on a pause on the cataloging piece. We're regrouping this coming week with Catherine.
Yeah,
The work, well, I can do that at the work session. So at the work session, we did group things that we currently have on the various shelves by, so they align with the cataloging categories we've set up. So it'll be, but we haven't done anything besides that.
You did make a bug discovery,
Our bug mitigation is working very, very well.
but you
Yes.
just figured out an access.
Yes, so there was about a half-inch gap under the door to the basement. How we've all missed that in the last 2 years. But I got the vacuum out to vacuum up the bugs that were killed with the strips and like, there's a lot of daylight coming in here.
It was a surprise.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you figured that out, and Liam went right over and put a new
Oh, did he?
weather strip thing, so thank you, Jill, that was.
I mean, do you think it's possible that came just because, I mean, I think we all know about superior soil and just.
No, it was,
Really?
it was a
Perfectly even.
perfectly even.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like the bottom, the
Yeah.
tag was never attached.
Or it was,
Wow.
or it came off at some point and someone just threw it away.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's like
Yeah.
there's a missing part.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
and the fact that we've never seen it makes me think if it was one of those rubber ones, like the one Liam put on is screwed in.
Yeah,
This is like if it was one of the ones that went just on the bottom of the door,
okay.
peeled off and it.
Yeah.
You know, when the maintenance guy went in, he's like, ah, and got rid of it,
Yeah,
which is what I would have done.
Yeah.
So,
but I do wanna just say thank you, Jill, for your diligence towards the bugs and keeping
it creeped me out.
staying on top of getting those little bug traps out and the vacuuming and all of that, that's really
I
helpful.
think that's probably just part of what we do when we have our work session.
You know, either
Do
work
an update.
session, I've been trying to do it each time we open,
Mm,
cause a lot of times the work sessions, we're downstairs
Oh, that's
only.
true.
yeah,
But we need to add them to grass. Is what we need to do.
Well,
Add
I
what?
left you 90.
Yeah. Yeah, but because they were so effective, instead of just putting one on one side of the door, I put them on both, I put them on both sides of the windows.
I think it's spiders.
Oh, it's spiders and fruit flies and flies and little wormy
little guys.
things and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those little tent things really work
Mhm.
really well, if you don't wanna have a big fly strip, you
Yeah.
know, you want to see when these little tents work
I
really
mean, the
well.
fly strip didn't need changing out, but and there were flying things in the stuff, that was, who knows,
Who knows?
who knows,
All right.
but they're good, the vacuum works great.
I'm good. Fantastic. All right, well, History Colorado affiliates.
We had a break this month, so we'll be
Okay.
back next month.
Yep.
Just a reminder that on our town shared place, all the, presentations are there and links to the recordings.
Okay.
If anyone wants to see them.
Perfect. Digital screens, no updates there. I'll be honest, I hadn't touched this for a little bit of time since probably our last meeting, just because I was traveling, so didn't have access, and then was preparing for travel for 2 weeks, but we'll be proceeding with some more updates there, and I do think we have kind of a rough timeline in place. I think we can tie some of this into the installation with also the 5-year anniversary of the Marshall Fire and have some good details there too. I think that's a good timing for that. In debriefing, July 4th event booth in the fire truck, how did everything go?
Very well.
Saw a lot of familiar faces drop by.
We didn't have, the way it was set up, little kids didn't even inquire about getting in the fire.
Oh, they
truck,
did.
so-
Or their
Did they?
parents.
Oh.
They did, but not very often, and it was easy to discourage them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Especially with the door closed, right?
Mm.
Cause in the past, we've had it open and that was sort
Yeah,
of like.
well, it's kind of,
Invitation.
yeah, coming in,
Yeah, I think our problem took care of itself, so just by not having it
mostly,
accessible like that,
we only had a few jump in the back towards the end of the day, too bad.
I wanna give a shout out to Scott and Catherine for the gazillion family photos. you
Yeah.
took,
Oh, yeah.
in that hot sun, so that
I
was
didn't actually
really
notice the sun
wonderful.
that much, but,
Yeah.
Yeah, how was the weather that day?
it was a
Yeah.
little
Unusual.
muggy because it was well watered in that part.
Mm.
But it was,
Yeah, I think it all looked very well.
and the stickers were a hit, the Larry
Yeah.
stickers, as we call them now.
I'm sorry.
The Larry stickers, they were a
I
hit.
like that. Larry
Yeah.
stickers.
My claim to fame, my ticket to eternity.
If anybody wants more, there's some at the front desk.
Oh.
Cause I really do want one for me.
I kind of floated back and forth, so, at the booth itself, did people, were they stopping looking at the artifacts and all that
Yes.
sort of thing?
Yes, you know, a lot of traffic, it was busy.
And the kitchen artifacts were of interest.
Yes. Do you know what this is? No, what is it?
They're great.
That's how the conversation started.
That's right.
No, we had a lot of interest, it was really good.
Good.
Oh, good.
Thank
That's
you
what I
all.
thought, so.
How about the, even though it's not our bailiwick, how about the veterans booth?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was right next to it. It was well staffed and well attended.
Oh, good.
Good.
Mhm. What all did they have at the veterans booth? Do you remember?
I didn't look at anything other than they had little flags and things.
What was your question?
They were signing people up.
Yeah, they were taking
Oh, okay.
emails.
They were taking
and
At
emails.
the
creative.
veterans
and they
booth, if they had
followed up on
anything
it.
out, like
Oh,
display
good.
I
wise.
didn't notice anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had the caps and us and the veterans, I think they all
No, that wasn't
I mean,
CAP, that was arts and history
are, well,
for the America 250. Yeah, so that was next to historic, so
Okay.
that was 3 monitors with rolling imagery from the History Colorado sort of I don't wanna say packaged, but
Yeah.
sort of pre-curated moments that made us.
Oh, nice.
exhibit, so I just took snippets of it and programmed 3 different monitors, and they had, poster files that you could print. So I just had a bunch of stuff printed out, but
Great.
it was really kind of fun, and it was really nice to be next to historic and then the veterans, cause you know, we put flags out on all 3 booths and stickers out, and it worked out, I think, pretty
And that's what I
well.
was getting at, I think that was really effective.
A nice run
Yeah.
of, it was veterans, the truck, historic, and the arts and history. So that worked out
And
really
the
well.
band was
They were great.
good this year too,
I
and they
like
like just so loud that you couldn't talk to people like some other years.
Yeah. And then the girl who sang the national anthem was,
Really good,
she knocked it out of the park, I think she's 13 years old, probably.
Yeah, I noticed visitors, often it'll be sort of get pretty well quiet about 11:30, and so we start. There were people there past when we packed up, and by 12:15, they were still, so the citizenry was really involved this year, I think.
I don't know what the observation is in terms of not having the parade, but.
It wasn't as busy in the morning after the parade, because people used to just crowd the place.
Yeah.
And so I think Mary has kind of hit the nail on the head, it was more of a constant crowd that more aggregated, so it's.
And probably still the total probably might have been about the same, the total.
Oh, interesting.
Good turnout.
Good turnout.
I think people will be excited to have the run and the parade back next
Oh,
year.
yeah. That's
They'll
part
be
of the
excited to
fun.
be able to drive.
Yeah.
That'll be very nice.
Oh, and I got Larry's blessing on driving the fire truck over.
Oh, yeah.
At least unless you were acting.
I'm not known for my acting ability, so. No, fine job, JG. Got it there in one piece and everything.
Yeah,
That's a major.
you didn't scream.
No.
Turns out she's been doing this since you were 8 or 10, what was the age?
14.
Yeah.
I think I told you, I learned how to drive a very, very similar truck,
Mm-hmm.
not by choice, when I was 14.
Same, yeah.
My grandfather.
Yeah. You should tell them the story.
Oh, so my grandfather was a wheat farmer out in eastern Colorado, in Eads, Colorado. Everybody knows where it is. Yeah.
County seat.
And when I was 14, I was visiting, and we drove out in this truck and then got on the combine. So I spent the day on the combine with him, and then on the way back, he says, why don't you get out in the truck? And so I did, and then he said, see you at home, and he drove off in the combine. And I didn't know how to drive. I knew how to drive a stick, but
Yeah.
not like that, so that's how I learned.
So we put one gear and went real slow.
Pretty much.
It's incredible. I love that.
And that's history.
I think there's one. Oh.
All right, well, next.
Have to take your question.
Yeah.
Questions?
Okay.
Were you able to find out anything about paper models of the truck to hand out to children today?
I looked extensively and did not find anything. I found one paper puzzle
Well,
and it was very, very pricey,
Puzzle with what again?
a fire truck.
Oh,
Maureen had a really cute idea for like a paper. Have you ever seen like in restaurants, those like, they have like, it's a kid's meal and it's like a Cadillac or in their
Yeah, you
paper and they
Yeah,
fold
yeah.
their meal in it.
oh, yeah.
Similar to that. You know, so I was looking for paper models, I was looking for those little, anything of the sort, cause she thought it would be a fun handout. And I didn't really find anything, but the one I did find was like $5 a piece or something like that. And I thought, well, we can't afford that.
Tries to get away, yeah.
Yeah.
We gave out far fewer fire hats this year.
Oh, really?
How about coloring books?
Yeah, or even just to get a an outline of a fire truck and on a piece of paper that they.
The color?
To color.
Well, we could do stickers, I mean, we could move from 150 stickers to
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I think that's a
Give me
really
a time to
good
think
idea.
about it.
Yeah.
It's a fire truck.
Consult with Larry. Larry. Sticker Larry.
Yeah, how many, coloring books did you give out that day?
Well, I don't think we did, we didn't bring coloring books.
They, I think, and well, they have that, I think.
No, I don't remember seeing.
I'm coloring.
If they were
books,
packed, they didn't get on.
yeah. Yeah, because we put Mondays. And then, law superiors as well, I don't think they got on that.
The law superior did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I had it on a little book, but I didn't.
We had a lot of stuff crammed
Lot
up
of
with
stuff,
it,
yeah.
so it was like surface.
But I really like the idea of maybe a coloring book or coloring pages or maybe even a fire truck coloring book.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be nice for when we bring the fire truck down on open day. They have as well.
Yeah.
Or even for the second grade field trips.
Yes. Yes, because in their classroom, they'll have the blue coloring book,
Right.
so if they can have something different, that, yeah, that's cool.
I'm writing it down. And then stick with me, Larry, what do you think about fire truck stickers?
Sounds great.
That's my dad's favorite saying, stick with me, so I'll say, stick with me, Larry,
Okay,
I get it.
for the sticker, stick with me.
right there.
Okay. Next, any other details with the July 4th? All right, so the July 10th work session.
Larry
How'd that
made
go?
me hustle.
You did all the work, I just
No, we
followed orders.
regrouped and kind of dug through the collection to get it set up. We put away the 4th of July stuff, put out bugs. What else did we do?
Well,
We found the stuff to scan, bunch of things to scan and digitize.
Jill kind of rearranged things so it's like sequential about what to do next.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing, so it's.
And one of the things we did in the first like 6 months of doing this is we kept rearranging stuff. When you look for something, you're like, oh, I saw this, so I was trying to prevent some of that. And that led to we need to notify the Weckers and Listoka to get rid of these things, because we keep moving.
That stuff's been sitting there.
Yeah, and then we move something over there to work with it, and then we move it back, and so yeah, so we did a lot of that type of thing, but took some pictures for different stuff. So yeah, it was good. We were busy the whole 2 hours, we always are.
Yeah.
No matter how much we do,
Always
we're still busy the next time.
Mhm.
Well, the basement is beautiful, it's impeccable, clean, organized. I felt bad when I dropped.
You like the wall,
that
you like.
stuff.
Thanks a lot, Katie.
It's all put away.
I know, I noticed that, you guys are on it.
To put it all in the storeroom.
That is not a storeroom. JG told me you are not allowed to turn it into a
I
storeroom.
know, I just. keep that.
Don't poke the bear. You like my wall of shame?
We
had it to that.
Okay.
We found more pictures. So I started, for those of you who haven't done the basement, I've started like a photo collection. And different things on the wall, on the back wall above the computer of our photos of all of us.
Including the nice ones of Denzel.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just keep sticking them all up there.
Yeah, it's them.
Why does mine have all those dark holes in it?
I already put you up. Oh.
Of course you did.
I already put you up. Yes, we should. It's a great idea. Yeah, and we were halfway set. We had a good time.
Good time, absolutely.
That's fantastic to hear. All right, so art source framing status. I know Larry, you had actually sent an email out the other day.
Mhm. Yeah, so, the, drums map I picked up from Art Source. I could finding the right door and in the alley, and took it up to North Broadway to the Boulder Fine Art. And so he called yesterday and says it's ready. And I'd set up tomorrow around noon to go pick it up and I guess return it to Art Source, right? Daisy goes back to Art Source.
So we need
The
to go
original.
back to, or, yeah,
I'll bring the copy home. And
yeah, the copy will go into flat file or storage or tube or whatever, and the original goes
How big
back
is
to
it?
Art Source.
what,
How big is the copy?
70 by 50.
So the copy's actual size.
Yeah, so apparently he used the scanner somehow and then he stitched it, so that's what he wants.
So we're gonna need a tube because our flash is not.
Yeah, we're gonna need to,
Yeah.
And that's why he wants me to check it out. He's telling me how, it's got, there's a lot of contour lines on the map and they may not line up exactly and that sort of thing, but the stitching process, so the idea is to look at it and accept it, or not, I guess, and I guess I'll turn around and take it down to Katie's and then bring the copy back to the
And it's
museum.
70 inches by,
48 or 50 or something like that.
So JG, when you do actually a square. Long, narrow, because the tube is gonna roll off the shelf.
Well, yeah, it needs to be acid free.
Yeah, it's
What's
acid-free.
your recommendation for storing a map like that in a copy and all?
but it's a
But it's
copy.
a copy,
Yeah.
this is the copy, not the original.
copy, I think you can keep it rolled.
Yeah, we keep it rolled with like an acid-free tissue,
Yeah.
rolled with it.
Do we have tissue that big? Or
Oh, we can layer
we
it,
can
we'll layer it, that's what we've done, it's
Alright.
easier than,
That should
it's
work.
easier to layer it than roll it than do that, yeah.
Can you do me one favor though? I have it written down to order that, but can you ask if they have a tube?
Mhm.
They being Art Source?
Or the scanning
Yeah,
people,
I
the
definitely-
scanning people.
Oh, I asked the scan, yeah, I can ask that. Actually, the map was in a tube, the original map was in.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
we
there are no
can-
tubes in the basement,
Pardon?
there are no
It's
tubes.
probably an Art Source.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
Art
okay.
Source had them.
Yeah, if we have the original tube, that's even better.
Yeah.
We
No,
know.
but it's gonna stay at Source for
But,
a while.
but if the original's coming out of the tube and going into a frame, so we could reuse the tube
Tube.
for the copy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. At some point, it's not ready yet. so,
Right.
Yeah.
But we're looking at a matter of weeks to
Yeah.
a month or two, we're not looking at years.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so I don't probably need to buy a tube, but
Yeah.
I'll put a question mark here. You'll let me know. Will that work, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Mary has volunteered to go on. I wanted to have somebody else along too, so we can
Yeah.
have eyes on the product and make sure it looks like it's supposed to. Anybody else?
Unfortunately, I have plans at that time, otherwise I'd love to have
I
been.
wish we could.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll proceed with vigor then.
Yeah,
Is he coming?
Kurt was feisty today.
I know.
Great
I
snacks.
love it.
Oh, sure.
Well, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. All right, well, good updates there. I'm so excited for when it's all completed, how it's gonna look.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and next Heritage Roundtable in Anne Fran.
I didn't attend yesterday's roundtable meeting. You want to cover Anfram?
Pram was just a casual get together.
Summer social.
Summer social, I think they have, some concerns on the future because membership has gone down 75% in the last 5 years.
Mhm.
And they're not getting people to stand up to take the helm. So if that doesn't, those two things don't change come January, May default.
Yeah.
How do you think that's gonna impact the August?
I don't think it will be August at all, because the people who attend and are regular,
Okay.
so. I mean, I'm guessing we will have 10 to 15 people, which is what they get at most of them, so. And it seems to be the same 4 to 8 museums.
It does, yeah.
You know, us, we've had Louisville at a couple, we have someone from Lafayette, Wheat Ridge,
Arvada. And
Arvada,
then Lions.
Lions. And the guy, none of us know where he's from,
Which guy?
the young guy,
Yeah,
no one knows where he's from, but he shows up all the time.
good looking guy.
Yeah, it stands out because he's like 20 years younger than any of the rest of us.
Is there free food?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
There's snacks.
He was walking by and saw the grub.
He just happens to walk by every month, the same week for their month.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
so-
they organized kids on a couple of things better, and one of them would be to everybody introduce themselves. I'm
Yeah.
still not sure who's
Who's who?
whom exactly.
Yeah. And I asked to announce August's meeting and that we have some deaccession things, and I was told no,
Yeah,
which I thought was very unusual. They're like, no, we'll do that on email.
because you could have sold, you put your sell job on there.
Yeah, I mean, I would have,
People show up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we got a small personal tour of, we spent most of the time in the house. Big discussion about a wedding dress, so a lot of similarities in sharing on that. And they have a stove we're going to consider
Yeah,
for,
and did you wanna have us look at it?
I have not been able to research it yet since,
But did you want to just show the picture to everybody right now?
let me see, if I can pass it around. It's basically a potbelly stove that is not a cook stove, a heating stove.
Yeah,
That was similar, if people remember what we had in the museum before the fire.
My opinion
No,
is that
similarity.
it's a parlor stove and it's
Yeah.
Yes,
Not-
parlor stove is better.
just like the one we have in
Yeah.
Crescent.
but it's not as elaborate,
Yeah,
not as,
What?
not as elaborate.
as the one, you can ask my phone.
It's still-
They were deciding at their board meeting. The person we met had remembered Mary commenting, we would like to get another one of these lost cars.
Yeah.
And she had remembered that, and she was bringing it to their board to see if they're willing to deaccession it, because it's sitting in a 3/4 walled outdoor shed.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's very similar.
it's very similar, not quite as fancy as the
Yeah.
one in Grasso.
So I guess our thought would be, we wanna wait for a potbelly or maybe consider taking this to have some kind of a stove. Or
In
just
the-
wait, or,
The den.
Yeah.
What was, remember when we were doing the Grasso tour, there was something like in one of those outbuildings that we weren't aware was there?
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, some pieces of the stove.
Pieces of the stove.
Yeah, that's in that lean-to on the old
Mhm.
homestead house.
The shed section of it or something.
Mhm.
I'd prefer to have wait until we get a potbelly stove, cast iron potbelly stove
Okay,
myself,
what does everyone else think?
but we'll see if it comes up,
Mhm.
if the offer comes up.
Yeah, because they were, she's like, we have 5 stoves, we need to start cleaning some of this
Do they
out.
have Potbelly?
Not that they're willing to get rid of, but she was gonna bring it to their board, so.
I didn't see a space on that one to heat and iron.
No, no. Dude, just it'll heat the den.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of discussion on how things are organized and, it was nice to be able to say, we don't face those problems, the way we work with the town. I mean, a lot of things they brought up, we don't face those problems.
Yeah,
We haven't had to deal with that problem. I probably said that 4 times.
the city of Wheat Ridge, I mean, the administration could care less about the historical thing, and they've got they park with these.
Yeah, it was the Bauhaus.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got that and
Yeah.
it's separate, and then these other buildings on, and they just, and I said, well, there is no election coming, just, you know, because town council's changed. We learned that in Lyons, cause, what's her name? I thought the
Oh,
town of Lyons or
Laverne.
somebody did Laverne, because
Laverne,
they weren't interested, and then there was an election and then they were interested in new
Mhm.
council people,
Oh, interesting.
so.
I mean, I stopped short of going, well, our town council would like us to do even more, and we just don't have the bandwidth versus the reverse of
Yeah,
their commission society wanting their town to do more and not being able to. I'm like, we have an opposite problem. So, you know, take the kudos back to the board.
Yeah, great town support, which we've always loved,
So-
yes.
all right, well then, we can probably jump ahead to the preservation plan work group. Scott and I would say at the last meeting, we presented, details on basically kind of the outline for this preservation plan. Scott and I met it once, pretty briefly just the other day, kind of covering all the details there. We've sent over a draft of this, with kind of a expanded executive summary, over to JG. That's kind of where we're standing right now. Any other details, JG?
Nope. Unfortunately, no.
Any other details, Scott?
It's on my phone, I can get my phone to read it to you.
Yeah, if you want to read this, thrilling executive summary. But yeah, that's kind of where things stand right now. The kind of next steps would be, moving this forward and seeing about getting the budget allocated for this, from council, so then we can actually have a consultant help write the actual document.
We'd really like the commission to look at it and get your input or thoughts or questions on it too. Again, it's an overview, it's got our range of concepts we put together. Our main objective is to get our concepts together so we can tie a budget to it and get something approved. So we were trying to set a vision. We compared it to some of the other historic preservation plans, like from Lafayette, Louisville, Golden Boulder.
Yeah.
And so that's where it stands. And just a reminder from our town dinner / meeting earlier, that's what they essentially requested, is what would it look like, how much would it cost, and our answer at that time is, well, we haven't scoped out what it would look like yet, so we'd have to do that to figure out.
And part of that, that's the, that research, is on my list, but it's also staying on top of the budget process with the town to make sure it stays in the budget, because if it doesn't get approved, then we're not able to move forward with this at all, so.
Fortunately, the Colorado Historic Fund has a lot of examples of different types of historic preservation plans. It's just a matter of what we're trying to encompass with ours. So our
I can, after this meeting, either today or tomorrow, I can send out the document for everyone to review if they're interested.
that'd be good.
And remember, it's a draft.
Yeah,
we should have put that watermark in.
I love that draft watermark. I use it
Yeah,
all the
that's
time.
effective, yeah.
I've learned to, unless you really don't want people to spread it, don't ever put a draft on it, because then it can all go through spinal and you're done with it.
I can go ahead. I know how to add a watermark. I can add draft if you'd like. All right, then we can move on to the work plan check-in, and as far as discussion items go, next cemetery open day. The most recent, it was kind of an ad hoc cemetery opening, was with the opening of Central Park, so I was able to be there, and that actually had a significant amount of attendance. I'd say probably 25 people showed up there.
At the cemetery.
Yeah, at the cemetery, which is great, seeing multiple different people going around and exploring that. And I gave a couple of people like personal tours walking around there. I think the biggest thing we'd have to kind of maybe bear in mind if we wanted to have a next cemetery open day in August is probably just the heat.
Morning,
Yeah,
like 9 AM.
yeah, I think if we wanted to have one August or maybe even early September, it'd probably be best to have it at a potentially earlier time of day.
Yeah, August 1st is gonna be our museum open day.
Yeah, and we already published openings. That came out in this week's newsletter,
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
so I think September sounds like a fun date.
So
the
we'll
cemetery-
take it out of the commission corner.
Yeah, we can take it out, but you said it was in,
The weekly events, the museum opening, or the upcoming events
Yeah, it just was the museums, it
It's
wasn't,
just the
was not the
museums.
Oh,
cemetery.
okay, okay, so we could still.
So we have time to add to it,
We're looking
Not for
for,
August.
not for August, yeah, that's
So
what I meant.
maybe,
So you're saying
September
that, so you don't wanna do it in August first?
we're looking for a third quarter, right, which
Yeah,
is September. is the end of the
September,
third
because
quarter.
August's publications all went out, we missed the deadline to communicate it.
Not that we couldn't add it, but it wouldn't get a lot of traction because it's so close. But September might be a little cooler since we're in this heat wave right now.
Yeah, so September, looks like Labor Day is on the 7th this year and museum opening would be on the 5th.
mhm,
So it'd be Labor Day weekend. We found actually the holidays have been okay to us.
Yeah.
For the cemetery at least.
yeah,
So do you wanna go with that?
Yeah,
September,
and do you think midday again?
I like your idea of going earlier.
I think, yeah, if we
Nine.
were able, that's exactly what I was thinking,
9 to
maybe
11.
9 to 11, yeah.
So September 5th, 9 to 11.
So we'll need people to do your opening gig at
Yeah.
the other museums that day.
I should be able to, I should be in town on the 5th, so I can
Yeah.
help with the cemetery.
Yeah.
And we can address, cause we'll have another meeting after.
Yeah. Address it in August.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, cool, so many people.
I know, it was great, and so many people were fascinated, yeah, with being able to come, so I have to thank, town staff, Michaela was there at the Central Park opening, and she touted it, and.
Lydia
there
made it
too.
happen, right?
Yeah, so it was really good being able to see all those people there.
thank you for doing that, Dalton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Second biggest day ever for.
Yeah, no, it was very well attended. All right, so we'll kind of be looking at September 5th for next cemetery open day.
9 AM to 11 AM?
Yep.
Okay.
And next item then is the Wall of Fame, the Superior Milestones project for the museum. Any other additional kind of updates with this? I think Maureen had been interested potentially with this.
Well, where will we be putting it? Can we do it at the civic space or town hall or even the community center? I'm thinking of maximum exposure, more people will see it.
Unfortunately, we don't have wall space in the locations that she just mentioned.
Hmm.
We would have to we might hear later, but we're getting ready to close
Yeah,
and definitely not at civic space. Town hall, I don't know where we would put anything there either.
So should we table this to 2027?
I think it might be a good work plan.
Yeah,
okay,
because then we know the space and we can back into what the space could include.
We could take some time to build something,
Yeah,
make something, plan it.
And here where you get so many people in and out, I mean, it would be a logical place for,
For sure.
after the renovation.
okay.
Do you wanna let her know we're thinking work plan? Okay.
But I thought the pictures here at the center were just the mining area. This would be post mining too.
Yeah.
We need post mining after 130 years.
Absolutely. All right, next then is the walking tour, scroll and stroll, QR code signage project. I don't have any major updates on this. I don't know if Maureen does either. Okay.
Yes.
Yep, all right.
You guys still doing some QR signages.
Yeah, we have, the Lions Club, we got those signs with the QR codes, installed. So I know between now and like the next meeting, I'd like to see about looking at installing, some of the other locations too, but I know we need to come up with like, one, the exact sites, and two, the language. All right, so now we're back to the clock.
So this clock is been on a shelf in the basement at Aston. And inside of it are all the parts to it. And the question is, we want to display it. And we have a place to display it. But the question is, do we want to restore it so the parts are in there? Do we want to restore it so it works? Do we just want it cleaned up so it's displayed? And we leave the parts. And it's all the pictures of the various parts and pieces. So you see, they're all wrapped up in a bag with the weights and chains and whatnot. And then inside has.
Trying to go as fast as they can.
Just has, I mean, it's a lovely inside, right? It's really kind of cool.
Well, it has quite a history too. I haven't reread that.
Yes, both of those are the inside. That's one section of the inside.
And that I think is kind of an add-on piece. Almost. I don't know if that was original.
Yeah, I'm hoping whoever restores it can tell us some of that, yeah. And then,
Sorry, it just goes very slow when you're sharing.
yeah.
Was it this?
No, the next one, either of those, there's two copies of that one because it was hard to see, to the left, there we go, no, you got it, there you go.
This?
that one. Mhm.
Oh, I thought I just showed that one.
No, you showed,
Oh.
this is the other part of the
Gotcha.
inside. Where the mechanics go.
And that tells us manufacturing things.
Mhm. So the question is, and based on what we directionally, then I will go get quotes and we can discuss actual monies.
Are all the clockworks actually in there? I mean, there are pieces, there were weights, there's part of this.
Wait. I'm not being a clock repair person, there are many pieces. If they're all the pieces or what's taken, I have no idea.
So the faces there with the hands is the full clockwork still attached?
Not attached, it is, the parts are what's in that Ziploc wrapped in the newspaper that was inside.
But the clock itself is
Yes,
whole.
it's whole,
Like it
yes, it could hang today.
I didn't see the clockworks in any of those photos.
So they were in a Ziploc wrapped in a bag.
Is there a pendulum in there?
We think so.
Okay.
It looked like the pendulum was there, I saw that. At least
And there's
There's a weight medallion.
Yeah, but
But I would look
I
at
couldn't
since
tell
it's
you
donated.
because I have no knowledge of how to repair a clock to tell you if it's all there or
It would
partially there.
be, I'm just getting to the point, it'd be nice to, if there's enough there to make it work without
Mhm.
too much, yeah, I think we should get an estimate on it actually being working.
Working, okay.
Yeah.
That,
Or like somebody say like, yes, these are all the parts. No, you only have
And these parts are actually for this clock.
yeah, yeah, and,
Another clock.
okay. Okay,
The
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
See, that Ziploc bag does not have the clockworks in it.
No,
No. That's,
Well,
that
we have to
Ziploc
stick
bag
it
weighs
back
about
in the
5
box.
pounds.
that's what I'm saying.
Which is why we didn't
So-
unwrap it.
So the hands are still on there and they still have the winder,
Yeah.
the piece, not the winder, but, and so I'm guessing that behind that face, the clockwork
They're all those
should still be
pieces.
there since the hands were still.
Oh, yes, we're describing two different things, yes.
I think you're right.
I think you're right, yes. We're describing parts as two different,
So we're farther ahead than just having parts and bags.
yes, no, but because it is so heavy, not knowing what we were unwrapping, It's like, I wanna be with somebody who has knowledge before I start taking things out.
Mhm.
Very heavy because those were the weights I've done.
Weights or chain, and there was part of it that, the side that felt kind of lumpy, like there was a chain stuck in there.
Well, if you have to wait, you have to have the change.
Chain, exactly, so. Okay, so I will go find someone who can get us an estimate, what it would take.
I mean, do we need,
We don't
we
need,
technically, I know we have this listed as a
A
vote,
vote.
I don't think we need.
No, 'cause we
technically,
don't have
because we
money
haven't.
yet, no.
Yeah,
I didn't wanna go start getting a full working repair quoted, what
Yeah.
all we wanted was a functional, this is how it would have been assembled repair versus a clean it up and hang it and.
Yeah, I think that's the vote you were looking
Yes,
for.
I was looking, yes,
Just keep it as is or.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, okay, yep, so I will take that.
Well, one other note on that, I mean, if they say, well, yeah, we could fix this because it'd be easy just to replace it with the.
Yeah, that's not the right, yeah, but that's a no.
That's battery,
That's a no, yeah,
Not what
no.
we're looking at, right, so it's a matter of,
No.
well, how good is the stuff you have?
I think it'd be cool to demonstrate how a wind-up clock worked.
Exactly.
Yeah, visited the, museum, yeah.
So that said, that leaves us to the leads us to the grandfather clock.
a quick question
Yeah.
before we jump to the grandfather clock, with the opening of this other smaller clock, we're able to like open up the front door and see all the insides if it's fully, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, definitely, I think that'd be a
It's
great.
got a little hook and it just opens
Yeah.
and, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay.
Okay, now on to the grandfather clock.
The last thing is if anyone has a reference to a clock repair person, restoration person, send it my way, otherwise I'm gonna start Googling. We know the one guy who we think, maybe he has a son or a nephew.
Yeah.
Or a niece.
Big, well, you know, he was in that, north, shopping center there at Iris and, Broadway, 28th Street for years and years, and I've got clock repairs that he did 40+ years ago. I think it was 92 the last time I talked to him, so maybe
Maybe
he's
he
got,
passed the trade along,
maybe he had
an apprentice, yes, so. Okay,
Alright.
so if we have that clock and we have the clock that's on top of the fridge, do we want the grandfather clock too?
I think that now it would be a different,
It would be a different clock, yeah.
different, structure.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah.
place, so not asked.
Yeah,
And this is Leslie Clark.
Leslie Clark, grandfather made it.
grandfather clock. It's seven,
Cuckoo, right? And cuckoos too.
the works up there inside that peaked window is another cuckoo
It's a
clock.
cuckoo tap on the glass.
Which shine the hour.
I mean, I'm always the let's take it person.
Its, dimensions are 7 feet 2 inches tall. And 15 inches wide. At the base, I think is what she meant by that.
What's its actual era?
It's about, I think she said 30s or 40s, didn't he make it in that?
It's homemade, by the way, yeah, so he did it,
Well, the case is,
yeah.
the clock's probably like Bavarian or something.
It sure does, yeah.
Yeah.
Typical Bavarian cuckoo clock.
Which a miner could have brought, maybe,
Yeah.
when they immigrated.
They were really popular for quite a while, including, you know, all my older relatives had one.
In my question, I remember seeing this and I sent an email, it's operational.
It's operational, she said,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I would be in favor of getting this because it is beautiful.
well, in a way, it's kind of like the irons.
Yeah, no, yeah. Whole
Yeah,
iron
clocks.
display, whole clock display.
Yeah, I mean.
But this is different, yeah.
Mhm. It's very different than the wall hanging clock, which is very different than the
Yeah.
shelf clock that's on top of the fridge.
Well, I brought up that with this being in a coal miner's house, and I think the reply to that is, well, maybe this could have been in the farmer
The farmer.
house, and they could have moved it out from New England or acquired.
Well, or
Oh, yeah.
brought the cuckoo clock and then built
Filter.
around it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually an interesting
I
part
would-
of this is the handmade.
yeah,
In case,
I mean, getting information on the handmade, what tools were used, different things. And then where did he get the clock insert? I don't know what else to call it, cause I'm not a clock guy.
there's so many places that could came from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm just wondering if Leslie knows anything on that, or can ask family
It probably has
members.
a label on it somewhere too.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has more information, I can find out.
Yeah.
But it also definitely looks like it was built for that cuckoo clock and not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
it could be interesting. I just thought of this, if we accepted it, and it kind of feels like a consensus might be that we should accept this. We could actually do like a little interview and get some photos with Leslie by the clock once it's actually located in Grasso. I think that could be a nice piece.
Yeah.
Cause it's definitely, I mean, photogenic enough. As a piece. Yeah,
So where are we thinking it might fit in Grasso?
Well, no, this
That's the
one
next
Mary
item.
merges
Mover.
into the next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sticker Larry and Mary the Mover.
Oh, okay, that's number 5.
If we rotate that big case out 90 degrees from the wall, it comes out if you mentally walk.
The one on the left,
With Grasso, no, not the older, but
the one on the right,
The one on the
Walk in
right.
the door into
Okay.
the office.
the one with the key pro.
Yes.
Yes, until we found where Scott did it.
She's spicy. There it is.
That's right.
That key had that big red tassel on it.
It's good. It's good. Well, hopefully that-
And Maureen has a question.
Do we still have that old style radio? Did we?
Yes.
Do that? Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Well, that's where my
radio.
grandparents had that Westminster chiming clock. It was on top of their Victrola radio. And at night you could hear it chiming the hour. You might wake up to hear it going up at midnight or one.
Yeah, those are classic.
But it would go all night, always chiming the hour. So if we refurbish the clock, put it on top of the.
Well, it's a wall clock.
It's a wall clock.
This is a wall clock. But which one?
Oh, at Grasso, the one that, we have a radio at Grasso? We have a record player at Grasso, we have a radio at Astor.
Radios at Astor.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you're at the original director.
As far as like rotating.
So you mentally just walked in the door of Grasso, moving that, display case 90 degrees out from the wall, clears, and then it takes about half of the floor space, cause I foot measured it, if you know what I mean. But it gives us quite a bit more, in this tiny space, quite a bit more wall space, which would give us room for the clock and not have things be quite so crowded, I think.
So you just gave me an idea. We have the sink.
Oh, and then, sorry, just one more minute.
Okay.
And then I thought, cause we might use the back of that, if we have the back, the solid back in the parlor area, we can discuss this if we do it. It gives us another sort of a wallish. But moving the, sorry, Scott, moving the, cream separator back toward the sink again. And then using the sink to display that butter deal.
Now, see, I would take the case and put it in front of the sink with a little walkway for when people need the sink and block the sink from view and do a different shelf for the other display stuff
Okay.
versus by the sink.
Okay, and you'll have to clear me with that, but I do think the town staff uses the same.
They do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
But I think
for
you
their
have,
lunch things and all.
you've got the window, the wall space, the sink. You put the shelf to the
The
window,
display case?
uh-huh,
The big display.
and you just create a little nook behind it to get at the sink, and we hide the sink, and we create a whole wall and a new place to put multiple things, not just the little space on the counter.
I'll be vacationing someplace with that.
We've got a dolly now, I volunteer to
That
move
sounds
it.
like a work session.
Yeah, I would only wanna make sure wherever we move the big heavy case that it's gonna have enough support somewhere somehow, so that it's not like this top heavy hazard that could end up going.
It's really good point.
Yeah,
But
Those are
yeah,
obvious.
I like the idea of moving it out, but I'm thinking a different location would buy us even more space.
Commissioner, we're thinking that this clock,
Yes.
potential clock donation would be at Grasso. Okay.
And yes, we'd like.
And yes,
Yeah, everyone,
and
so that's.
August, can we do August's work session
I was
as
gonna say.
a
August
rearrange?
session. Yeah, that's fine.
Rearrange and, can we, August 17th?
August 14th.
August 14th, can we pencil in Liam to do a flyby for us? Cause if he looks at it and goes, yes, we need wall mounts, I'll add it to my list.
I'll be in Nepal that weekend.
You're gonna be like an Everest or something.
At Grasso?
Yeah. But that allows us to,
Do something.
yes,
first,
and to look at it and go,
Okay.
yes, we need mounts and this is the type of mount and,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But I'd rather get his opinion of, yes, we need it and this is how you do it, versus going, hey, Liam, another one for you.
Yeah, cause we have some drywall walls and some plaster walls, so we need to think
And some
about
of
that.
that might be if the floor is,
Uh-huh.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, that's 4, yeah.
yeah, because we may need a wedge.
okay,
Okay,
all right,
Apparently we accepted the clock.
yeah,
We
so
did.
except in the grandfather clause.
let's.
But we also did items 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we got off track, but this is actually.
Yeah,
It's all Dalton's leadership, merging the
I know,
towns
just-
together.
there we go. All right, but I think we have all those details kind of arranged. We're gonna be accepting the grandfather clock and we'll pencil in August for kind of a Grasso space rearrangement. Okay, so then the next item then is possible recommendation to the council to move forward with a land acknowledgement in relationship with the Northern Arapaho.
Okay, this is mine, as some of you know, I toured the, Sand Creek Massacre site in May. And I learned there, through one of the presenters, that Broomfield actually has a quote, city, you know,
Sister city.
sister city sort of relationship with the Southern Arapaho and Southern Cheyenne in Oklahoma. And I thought, well, maybe that's what we should recommend as an advisory group, recommend to our town council to have a sister city with the Northern Arapaho at the Wind River Reservation. So that's what this is about. It's something, and I know we had talked about the land acknowledgement, that might be a separate thing, I don't know.
can I ask, Mary, did you say a land acknowledgement and then also a sister city relationship established?
Yeah, to me, they're two different things,
Right.
because our land acknowledgement, which we talked about a year or so
Yeah, I'm
ago.
sorry I didn't word that right. Sorry,
Okay.
Mary.
That's okay.
Well, I am in favor of any kind of efforts to establish relationships. Land acknowledgement, we should do when we have a relationship and it should not be unilateral. The land acknowledgement should involve talking to tribes how they would like to be acknowledged instead of just us saying, oh, yeah, you're on your lands, sorry about that, man. Which is essentially what a lot of them come down to, whether they mean to or not. And so it's really, the relationship part is the important part, and the land acknowledgement is about the acknowledgement, not so much the land.
Do you have someone we could contact, about doing a separate?
Someone local?
Well,
Wind River, I thought.
well, so I don't think we actually managed to send anyone to the tribal relations thing this spring. I recommend that for everyone, but the group that set that up and the groups they have, like, you know, Dalton has identified right relations and others around here, but there are other groups like that. You know, the older history is, you know, there's an ordinance and you got some people moving and Louisville did their own thing, but towns like Longmont already have established if not a sister city-like thing where they have, exchanges with the Northern Arapahoe already, and they do youth exchange programs. You know, where, and they're not the only one, I don't think, that does, youth exchange, and Broomfield has their own approach to it, but that's really what it comes down to, is what kind of relationship do we wanna have, what kind of exchange do we wanna have for that, relationship, and,
I'm thinking, like, how do we get started, like, how does this group partner,
Well,
like, how do we draft some things, like, how does that happen?
So Dalton very rightfully engaged the right relations people.
Yeah.
It's in their name, we can reach out to them again. and
Yep,
get some-
I have all their
some advice.
contact
Yeah.
information, so I'm happy to like move forward with that and reach out to right relations about how best we can proceed.
And I really appreciate Mary putting this back on the agenda
Yeah.
and such, because, some on the town council at least keep looking at the historical commission for this, and yeah, it'd be nice to get the history and heritage part of it in there, but the relationship part is really, tribes are used to dealing on a government basis and not just, for, you know, for a community history purpose, but there are all kinds of education opportunities, and like when we were looking into the language lexicons stuff, there, like at least one of the tribes in Oklahoma would provide educational materials and help build educational programs for classrooms, you know, and not just for like museum or community projects. So there's all kinds of opportunities. Starting place you're asking about, I think Dalton did a great job engaging regulations.
So maybe with that, I'm wondering, even that next step, you know, we keep talking about getting council involved, if that were to happen, is it possible to then set up a meeting with a council member or two, just to, cause I think they're all in agreement, but I just don't think anyone knows where to start.
I can reach out and say like, we'd like to formally establish kind of some additional relationships, and we'd like to have members of the town council meet with individuals who they think the right individuals to establish
And that
more
these are the
formal
things we're
governmental.
interested in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that would be very
Yeah.
helpful, I think.
And I can CC Scott, I can CC you on these, and then I can also CC you, JG, with us.
And do you wanna copy?
Or just keep me posted, cause
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott had given me all the details and Matt and I talked about it. He just needs, kind of like we're all sitting here, he's like, where do we start, where do we go? That's why
Yeah.
he's looking to the commission to kind of get us,
Help
yes,
get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
cause he just knew he didn't have a staff person that
Okay.
had this in there.
And Ben Ridgely had suggested he could serve as liaison ago. We never got back on him, what that would look like, if he wanted to be like in some fashion supported, if, you know, so, there's all kinds of avenues we could follow. And we should just start and not let, worry about, how to go about it. Let's muddle along, get input and start making connections.
Okay.
Great,
Thanks.
Sounds good.
thank you,
So
Dawn.
then the second topic would be one like we see and hear a lot at theaters, for example, acknowledging the ancestors that was Cheyenne and Arapahoe land before they started the play.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
That's the sorry about that.
Yeah.
We feel guilty.
Yeah, right. It's, a lot of it comes down to assuaging, you know, that guilt feeling. The Art Institute in Chicago has a nice small YouTube series where they have some Native American speakers and talking about all those issues so you know, everywhere from the unilateral, we're gonna, you know, it seems like the right thing to do, let's put out an acknowledgement statement, but the wide-ended purpose, and does it consider all of the hugely different tribal views on it and situations.
Maybe that's something should do with, if we do it, with input from.
Yeah, exactly, how they wanna be acknowledged, how they wanna be involved. The Golden meeting last year, the tribal representatives there who were on panels and stuff did a very good job about, people come to us asking for this stuff and all this, and it's like, you have to like engage on, well, consider what our interests are in this, how we can work together, establish, relations, like, again, there's youth exchanges in Longmont, there's the Broomfield program. One of the tribes I was talking to, I think they also do some kind of Colorado youth exchange out to Oklahoma. Some of the Oklahoma tribes stuck out on the plains are appreciative, like Boulder County, providing them with access to herbs and plants in the mountains that they don't have access to on the plains, so.
That'll be good. I like this, and I like being able to have kind of this forward momentum here. Hopefully by the next meeting, we'll have some positive updates. So I think the next item then is the potential museum programming for August 1st and Colorado 150 Day.
Because our next meeting is the big anniversary.
Mhm.
So do we want to do something special or just have our museum one?
I have a lot of stickers left over. So you have stickers to hand out.
When we had our ANFRAM meeting on Monday, Wheatridge had their museum day the Saturday just prior. And they had like a birthday party for Colorado. And they had like trivia questions and.
We have an entire park, but the announcements have already gone out, it's a little late for us,
Right, but
But there's other little things you could do.
yeah,
Have a cake, birthday cake.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute with a Colorado flag on it, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
we got that one picnic table.
Yeah.
Birthday Colorado.
Down at Grasso in the shade, because you also get the cyclists out there.
Yeah, no, I would think it would be Grasso
Grasso.
because in 1876, the mine hadn't been, we weren't coal mining yet, we
Yeah.
were farming.
We were grassoing.
Yeah.
So cake order,
Yeah.
Two cakes and
and
one
that
for
would
each
be-
place, so.
2 cakes, 1 cake.
I would do one cake, and if people come to Asti, send them to Grasso for
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah.
So we need cake
Cake at Grasso.
and paper plates and, yeah. And,
We don't have it as a vote on here, but we can certainly vote for a budget if you'd like.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And water, then probably some of the short water bottles, we're gonna have a cake. And it's hot.
Yeah.
It should
Well,
be
maybe
milk,
like
shouldn't
a
it?
half.
punch.
Half sheet.
Yeah, these are small pieces.
Can I suggest a water jug over bottles?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I have one of the big orange Gatorade jugs, I'm happy to loan them.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Why
Albert
don't
and
you
have
bring it?
Get some cups, you need it.
And just get
I was
some,
just, like, I had to
Yeah,
stop
I like
myself.
it.
I was gonna say, bring it here because we have an ice maker, but we'll be closed.
yeah, no, I like it, it's much less
It's
Yeah, it's
cost.
much
instead of the
less.
plastic, yeah,
Paper cups.
yeah,
yeah, let's do
but
that.
I can,
Get the punch bowl out of there.
Yeah.
I have one of those too, that you've used twice in 30 years. It's gonna go in a museum someday.
Okay.
Is a nice cut glass.
Okay, so
It's
I'll
very
bring
great barrel
stickers
from the
and
90s.
then order this cake and have everything, probably. I might need one of you to pick up the cake. I could bring over the cups and plates and forks and all of that on Friday, but on Saturday, someone might need to pick up the cake. I'll just order it at Safeway. Would that work?
Sure.
I can probably pick it up, I don't think so.
Okay.
And then do we would wanna just make sure we have maybe at least 3 people there, we can have the buildings open and just say, think what farming looked like back in 1876 or something.
Have more people at Grasso than at,
Well,
Yeah.
or at least have, if we can have 3, instead of 2.
and where were you gonna have the fire truck?
That's, I forgot to bring that, of course, it's on the next page, but, yeah, the fire truck, that could be either place, I guess, but it
Grasso.
I would
attract
do
more
Grasso.
attention at Asti, but if you wanna bring people into The birthday cake, I guess.
If you put it on the busy roadside of that. Back,
What's the
the
business?
kitchen door side, you'd have to put it on the kitchen door side so it's visible.
I feel like if you have it at Asti, then you're gonna need more you're gonna have to, you're not gonna be able to spare the people, extra people over at Grasso.
Cause I probably want to stick by the truck.
Yeah, we're usually overstaffed at Asti. But the morning half has been pretty good, but the afternoon half, when Karen and Wally come, I tend to disappear. I know you've been disappearing, because it's a little overwhelming when one person comes to the museum and they're greeted by 5 people going, hey, how are you? So overstaffed is a good thing, but like I go in the basement and catalog.
I will say, I will be out of town on the
Yeah.
first, unfortunately. I have a family
Rand
reunion.
Dalton.
I know, family
But,
reunion, I'll be
but
out
I
in
think
Utah.
getting 3 people most of the time at Asti is gonna be pretty easy.
It just feels like more of a party atmosphere at Grasso we're trying to create in the fire truck,
Yeah.
making more
Yeah,
of a fun thing for
Mhm.
people engaging in that.
And their shade.
Still good.
And their
Yeah.
shade,
And their shit.
And I
We'll
wonder
get
if we
defrosting
could
on our truck though.
potentially use those town parking places right in front of town hall for the fire truck.
Oh, have it
Oh,
in
yeah.
front of town
So
hall
you see it
instead
from
of the
McCaslin,
museum.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how visible it is from a castle there, but at least it's really convenient for people going
Yeah,
around the Grasso space.
because if they stop for the fire truck, it's, you're just walking around the building, I think.
Yeah.
We had the fire truck at Grasso a couple times and they parked it kind of off to the west.
Those parking spots,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it could also just
take
go
a-
in the parking spots.
Or,
Could also just go in those parking spots up front.
I think that we need to, fire truck, cake,
yeah,
like have it all right there.
Was there a banner of something like that, of July 4th that says Colorado 150 that we could put on the fire truck or, something? A banner we could
Well, the
use?
Superior Historic Commission banner was found during the last work session.
Well, we have a lot now.
I
have
it
that
fell,
banner
it
in
fell
my
on my head.
office. Do you want me to go grab it? We can open it and
Fell on
look
my
at
head.
it, but.
It fell on my head, and I'm like, this is what she was
Yeah.
looking for last
I'll be
year.
right back.
Yeah.
Hold please.
We found it,
Have
it's,
a cookie.
it's labeled now
I'll be
too,
right back.
yes, it is.
so we know what it is, next time it falls on my head.
all right, well, we have plenty of different banners available that we can use. We'll bring the fire truck, have some stickers.
We got the feather signs.
Yeah, feather signs too, which can be used.
Right.
I think, and we can do this when JG comes back, I think one of the things, we'll probably need to vote just to like confirm an order of a cake. Or I'll ask JG if we think that's necessary. I was looking at some cake prices online for a custom cake.
I think Safeway runs about $30 to $50.
I was
for
looking
half
maybe,
sheet.
yeah, I was looking at maybe like 75 just to cover all our bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that should be plenty. That'd be good. I'm sorry I'll be missing it.
Yeah.
The family.
You want me to freeze you
Yeah.
this cake?
I'll be okay.
We know how to make a nice cream
Yeah.
puffle out of it.
Tranquil here in Utah on both sides, so there is one.
They're leftover cake.
It's nice and simple, straightforward, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then she put strawberries and ice cream on top of it, and that's what she served for the refreshments of the day. It was really sweet.
Some kind of- some kind of-
I go to my next meeting.
Yeah.
Some kind of-
You guys are fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Have a good one.
Happy Friday.
Strange,
She's getting the banner for us
She
to look
wanted
at.
to get the banner for us to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh.
And here she is.
I know, it's big.
So big old banner.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's cute.
Part of something big. Oh, American 250,
wow.
Colorado 150. That's great.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It even has wind poles.
I don't know where to put it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
In between trees,
Yeah.
side of the barn.
So, here's where my brain goes. I like your town hall up towards McCaslin, cause it's so visible. So take it twofold, that on town hall, light up the LED scroll sign, put it there. And then put
Like in the
this-
grass area there?
No,
next
no,
to
the electric sign, the electric sign, put in,
So
come
I have to-
celebrate 150 at, Grasso Park, right around the corner or something very descriptive today on that light up banner. And then, where the street runs along, up by Target, as you're going from McCaslin up to Target in front of the
Marshall Road.
museum. Marshall Road, thank you. Put this there and we put our, triangle signs, our pyramid signs by that, the same
That's a
museum
lot
open.
of.
Yeah. Where, along Marshall would this go though?
It would just in front of the museum facing Marshall.
Oh, just in front of me.
Yeah, not on Marshall, no, in front of the museum facing
And not
Marshall.
have it at Grasso,
Right,
as part of the
yes,
setup.
because we're trying to draw people in, right?
It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
The fence with Scott's suggestion. Here, do you wanna roll?
I'm wondering if we should do it a little different.
Cause I was wondering if you could, I think the easiest option potentially is,
Zip tie it to the fence?
yeah, zip tie to
The fence in
right
front
by
of-
town hall.
I was saying in front of, front of Asti, so
Or
or at the
Asti.
Marshall, and then use the electric light up sign in front of town hall.
If I
Yeah.
can, if
If
I
we
can
can
get,
get
if I can.
Yes.
But,
If we
so
can't get it,
the only
then it's-
thing with that is I guess I'm wondering if it's gonna cause a lot of work to make sure there's a
People
lot of
going in the
signage
right
going out and all of that, is that,
But so the sign
Yeah.
right now, I just put it on the fence with a zip tie, to Scott's point.
Fence.
are people gonna
Yeah.
connect it with
Grasso?
going to
Asti.
Grasso?
No, but if they come into Aspen,
Asti
you
has
send
a
them to
fence.
Grasso.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that'd work.
I guess I had a vision, like truck, sign, cake,
Yeah.
like everything in one place.
But how do we get them? That was my question.
Yeah, I just don't know if that would do it,
I don't know.
if people make the connection.
Connection, yeah.
Cause if they, we have to decide first to stop at Asti and find out why it's there.
Mhm.
And then you're sending them over to Grasso.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how many people would go, oh, there must be something going on inside the museum that has something to do with this. I don't know that the sign would necessarily.
Until you just stop.
Understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not wayfinding, it's
It's not
Okay.
really-
It's not
Yeah.
time to stop.
so go back to your park and still use
but
town
just
light
use
up
it
sign.
as decoration maybe at Grasso.
Yeah.
And if we can get a,
A marquee.
I will
Is
see what I
there-
can do on that for
This
sure.
is, this is probably too far out. Is there a fence between the bike path and the creek itself?
A what?
A fence?
No.
Okay, I couldn't get to one, never mind.
Yeah, I think there's one that goes from
There's
the
one at-
jail cell to.
Well, and there's one at the bridge on the path. But it's hard to see.
No,
So past, if you're riding westbound, past the museum,
I think on the
or riding
Grasso
eastbound towards it.
grounds though, from about the
Yeah,
jail cell to the
there's the
trash
fence,
can.
yeah, there's the fence in front of
There's
the
the
prairie
rail.
dog. Mhm.
Yeah, the split rail. I
Yeah.
mean, it could kind of go on that.
Mhm.
If you
Hold
have
in
the
front of the
cake
Tesla
here,
dealership, there's plenty of people standing there.
Hey, will you do us a favor while
Yeah.
we're
Just hold this, yeah.
Hold this other sign. Okay, I'll definitely ask comms about programming,
okay,
and it would just be for that day.
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
And one of the questions I brought up while you were out, JG, do you think we need a vote from a procedural perspective, for getting a cake?
Just the budget for it,
Okay,
the expenditure of the cake and the,
yeah,
I have plenty of forks and plates and stuff, so it would just be for the cake.
Yeah,
No one's gonna vote against cake anyway.
yeah. I was thinking more from like a procedure standpoint. I wasn't thinking we'd get opposition for the cake.
Oh,
I'll make a motion, I move that we approve the expenditure of up to $75 for the cake.
water, or no, not water.
Yeah, furniture.
For
Cake and accoutrements first.
Motion by Larry, second by Scott. All those in favor of cake, please say aye.
Aye.
cake and money, that's great.
Any opposed? Hearing none, passing unanimously, so up to $75 for cake.
What kind of cake?
Oh,
The sheet cakes
I like
usually
white
do
cake.
happen.
Yeah,
They do half and half,
Half
sheet cake.
chocolate, half yellow,
Yeah, or white, yeah.
Colorado flag.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the old.
mhm.
Happy 250th, 150th.
150.
Love SHC.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it's from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll think of something.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
Of course, you start digging into the cake, it won't be there anymore.
Okay, so I think we can move on to, I mean, we've already kind of been touching on this, but in upcoming events, August 1st, the museum open. I think we have a lot of details ironed out there, gonna have the cakes, gonna have some celebrations all over at Grasso. Who,
Can I, oh yeah, were you gonna ask staffing?
yeah,
Okay, sorry.
yep, who all will be available for staffing at the two locations?
I'll take my morning shift at Asti, I guess.
Okay, we're definite on the fire truck thing there?
At Grasso.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, then I'm gonna propose if Wally rides it, they need to drive it over earlier than usual so we can help set up.
Yeah.
Talk to me about setup.
Before we commit to that, maybe we should check to make sure the Waligorskis are available.
Yeah, well, someone else can ride it too, just
I-
long as there's somebody
If you give me a
shot.
heads up, I could plan on it, but you have to give me a heads up the day before, so I remember I'm doing it.
Who's gonna remind me?
Exactly. But just, we can figure it out if it's needed. If it's needed, I'll get it on my calendar, put in a reminder or whatever.
I mean, depending on, the timing, would we want to have more people or potentially even have Asti closed for the public during like the morning shift to gear people towards Grasso or no?
No, they're so close together anyway.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
good to just shuffle them in between.
I agree.
Okay,
I can be at Grasso by 10.
I will go wherever you tell me.
I'll plan on
Don't say it to your
Grasso.
husband.
He knows who's in charge.
So Susan's saying, Grasso, I was
Asti.
going to ask you, the guy's going to ask you.
I'll be at Grasso, unless I'm needed, as,
So,
I won't be at Grasso.
I guess I'll herd the truck down there.
okay.
So you can come to Grasso or you want to?
I wanna stay
Where do
close
you
to
want
the
me?
cake.
Scott, we don't want to leave Scott unsupervised.
Oh, Scott's gonna go be at Asti.
He has a habit of hiding things.
At least he won't be by the cake though. So he can't see the
Oh
cake.
no, I'll walk over and get cake and bring it to Scott.
I don't need any cake, thank you.
We don't know yet, Karen and Wally
Yeah.
can do
Yeah.
the usual shift, so if they
Yeah,
can't,
so I
there's
will,
somebody
I
else.
will show up at Grasso
Okay.
Okay,
at or before 10.
I'm fine wherever, actually.
Yeah, and if something changes, just tell me and I'll.
Let me know if you want me to see if Catherine can help out that day. I know she likes to.
I know, you,
Yeah.
bad idea.
I can ask Nancy also if she wants to at least pop in because of the celebration.
Do we need to raise the cake budget?
Well, it did look like,
Ice
because I was looking at cakes in the interim, I was looking at Safeway, and I think 75 should be enough for something
Small,
pretty sizable for a sheet cake, yeah.
they can have stuff.
Are we doing a full sheet or half sheet?
That looked like it covered a full sheet. It looked like a full sheet was around $50.
But you want a full sheet cake? Why not? If there's leftovers, staff can have them. It can be refrigerated at town hall if you have that. So actually, I don't know who would have weekend that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there's a fridge at Grasso, but I don't think it is. But one of us could take it home and then bring it on Monday.
Yeah.
I can do that.
But we could do that.
And I'll double check with the Waligorskis about their availability. Okay,
And if we ever are short, really short for staff, whenever I see Darcy, which is not very often, former
oh, yeah,
former member, she always says, you know, if you need me on open day,
okay,
give a shout, I'm happy to come, so.
oh, wonderful. All right, so I think we're all covered there with August 1st, the 14th, work session.
We're going to Grasso to
Move
Right.
rearrange.
Rearranging day, huh?
Larry will be in Nepal.
You can still text me.
FaceTime.
And then, August 17th, we're hosting Amframe at the town hall from 1 to 3.
What was the program again on that?
So the program is, lessons learned from the Marshall Fire.
Well, yeah.
So I've got about a 5-minute introduction of kind of our history and the Marshall Fire.
That's visual aids.
And then I've just got some photographs, yeah, from that. And then we've got the panel is Clint Folsom, JG, maybe Lydia, someone from town staff. Larry and hopefully Mary.
Yeah, you said, I said.
Yeah, okay, you hesitated when you, so,
But,
we'll do a forum. And at the forum, I've got from our work session in June, probably 15 questions lined up that if people aren't asking and being talkative, right, we can prime the pump. And we're trying to be informative without solving a problem from someone. So if they had questions about FEMA, I would get a name and number and say, let me refer you to our person who worked with them at town staff, and you can reach out to them, type of thing. We're not going to try and solve or set up their plans. And then when we finish, we'll have directions for them to go over to Grasso, which will be opened up, and Asti, which will be opened up.
Okay, do you need more hands or help for that? I'm trying to block off my calendar, just trying to figure out the pacing for that
If
3 hour time.
if we could have someone go to Asti a few minutes early, so like as we're wrapping up the forum, so that people get there, one of us gets there before a guest does.
Same with Grasso, but that's so close. It should-
Right.
But you just, the order you just presented things in is kind of the order of events then?
And that's just, Amfram always does the program, and then people are free to visit the location
Okay.
from there. I think they're gonna have a lot of, there's an assumption that we have like no collection.
Or, yeah.
A lot of comments have been made of, well, do you have anything, have you been able to get stuff? And it's like, we have over 500 items again, right? People have been very generous.
We don't have overflowing storage like some of these
Yeah.
places or.
Yeah.
Or.
Which is a blessing in disguise.
The museum on the hill in Boulder, that was in that house when I went there in the 90s, it's like, it was just like packed to the gills. It's more like an antiques trail, go through an antique store.
I was
That's
at,
huge.
I was at Lyons Historical Museum this week for the very first time.
No.
And it is a marvelous museum, but they have so much
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, evidently they had some wonderful citizens who collected things like those little, what do they call those covers for, transformers?
Oh, yeah.
Those glass thing.
Oh, those
Insulated plastic
Insulated,
squares, yeah.
massive collections of
Yeah.
those things got donated, and I can imagine them being in a situation where this person was a loved citizen and we don't wanna turn their family away, so they just took and they've got walls full of these insulators. They have a lot of other cool stuff for sure, but it's just a lot they have to keep track of.
That's one of those,
Like,
she's
we
in
rotate
first
the exhibits
Yeah.
instead of having.
Yeah, they try to remember
So-
put all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very,
You're confessing.
I mean, very straightforward. We are not responsible for snacks unless we want to do them.
Oh, yeah, but I think everybody does.
No, Katie told me, I said, she asked what was left to do, and I said, we've got it lined up, we're gonna have walking directions between the locations. And we need to coordinate our snacks, and she's like, oh, I always do the snacks.
Oh, she does.
She said sometimes the host, like we had the little leftover cake tray full ice cream thing, or when we did the firefighters museum, someone always, whoever was there is like, whenever I do an event, I make banana bread. But yeah, so she said they'd do it.
Oh, okay, I thought the host person, and then she should just like a little cheese tray and.
Yeah, it's a little cheese, it's like what we do here
Yeah.
at a meeting, so.
We are winding down on time and
Yeah.
JG has her entire.
Yeah. Any other additional updates on?
No,
All
do
right.
we want to see if they'll do it, and if not, we'll,
Yeah.
okay.
We should be able to talk or something.
All right, so moving right along, thank you, Scott, for staff updates. We can turn it over to JG.
This is not listed, but I wanted to let you know that, the Gardeners Unite group is going to be working at Asti Park tomorrow,
Yay.
doing some plantings and gardening. So if you see a group of people there digging around, that's what they're doing. And, Jamie from the events team, part of Michaela's team, she's, the lead on that. And I did give her a key to Asti in case people need to use the restroom. So I instructed her on, make sure, absolutely sure it's locked. People are not to roam around, it's restroom in and out. So if you just see anything, that's what it is tomorrow, and it's from 10 to 12 tomorrow. Okay, so again, they're predominantly just outside working in the garden, but they might be in the museum using the restroom.
But how great that they're doing it, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also grant status, I just wanted to letting you know.
The message they're coming your way.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. Have a good one, JG.
So we decided to go with 2 assessments. So basically what that means is we've invited 2 different businesses to come in to assess the structures and give us kind of a short report, but an estimate, a basic estimate on what it would cost for all of that repair, so that we can plug that figure into the grant application. So it's sort of high level, but we had, Schuber and Darden Architects, and then we had Deep Roots.
Darden and Sugar.
She has Schuber and Darden. So we were
Barbara
gonna have,
Darden still?
Huh?
Is that Barbara Darden?
yes,
Yeah, she's really good.
yeah, so we've one from her, and then Deep Roots should be getting an assessment to us soon. And then, so we'll have those. History Colorado is gonna come do a site visit with me and our grant writer. And then we're gonna start writing, the grant itself. We have, I think it's due the first week in October. So we're kind of plugging away on that. I just wanted to let you know that's where things are. Update to Asti interpretive sign, that was a Larry List thing that just unfortunately keeps getting on the back burner, and I told him I'm aware of it and I apologize, it's just, we haven't been able to work on it, and now with the community center closed, I'm pretty maxed out for the next couple weeks, so I won't be able to get to it probably, and then I'm out of town the first week in August, so I'm thinking maybe not until mid-August, where we, somewhere, but we definitely need
Always
to.
get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it, and the same with the fencing, I've got it on my list for the cemetery, just for parks to do a good check
Okay.
on the fencing. And, I'm gonna also have them, like, we need to look at the weeds and stuff, and see where we are with that. And then just the reminder that this is our last meeting here, potentially until November, so please make sure, to go to town hall next month, for our meeting. Community center will be closed, I think, as of probably that, Friday the 31st or 1st. It could be the Monday. I know for absolute sure the community center will be closed as of August 3rd, but it might close a day or two ahead, but you're gonna just start seeing the library stuff go, you know, things are just getting moved out left and right, so,
Where are they moving to?
so all of the normal programming, most of the programming here is getting moved over to Civic. As far as the library stuff, I don't know what's happening
But
there.
you guys are all going to,
Yeah, so, all of the staff that are here, we're moving over to the plaza, over by,
Liquor store.
Andy's, the liquor store, yeah. So a lot of staff are already over in that area, so
where can we find you?
over there, by the liquor store.
Not
Yeah.
very
Yeah, kind of in that same complex, that's where the plaza is, so, it's kind of next to Bambi's.
Where do we find you?
It's that kind of the back end of that whole
Yeah.
strip of restaurants and
up on the
stores.
second floor.
Second floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all over, gonna be over there, so we're in the process of moving out, here. So like I said, the next 2 weeks are gonna be kind of a blur for me, and then I'm out of town. So I would say the next 3 weeks, I'm kind of out of pocket.
So just for information, not related to historical, but the book stuff that some of us rely on a lot out there, it's just not gonna be available. They said it's just too heavy and ponderous to like relocate it and then bring it back. So if you wanna request books, you're gonna have to go back to the good old Louisville Library, and or apparently there is a delivery service for people that have books. Yeah, we're looking at the money, but for those of us who love the paper thing in our hands, we just have to go to Louisville in the interim.
Yeah.
Does the town hall still have
They'll still have the
With
deposit,
return?
yeah, the return.
Okay.
So just kind of keep all of that in mind, and even the parking lot will be closed here, like everything is gonna be shut.
That's a big deal,
Just
huh?
completely closed and down, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's it, so,
I have another.
Mhm.
Scott and Dalton found a little brass something or other
Oh, yeah.
at the cemetery. When I was at, visiting the graveside of David and my family, I asked them there and I sort of described it. And this one man who had a lot of experience said, oh, that was definitely on a tombstone sometime.
Oh.
He was,
So I cataloged it as a tombstone marker.
Yeah.
It's pending a number from Karen.
What was it that you found?
well, they found, it's like a little black brass
Yeah.
frame.
Okay,
Have we had an opportunity to try Googling, finding examples of it for, so get a little more accurate with it?
I have
And
not.
I get more, date.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
That and actually seeing it in context of use instead of it,
Yeah.
it's,
Buried in
yeah.
There we go.
oh, can you hold that up, just?
okay.
And it's not real big.
No, it's probably, I don't know, 3 by 6.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah.
But it was very cool to get to catalog it real time as we got it. And it's labeled and stored and good to go. I love it when a plan works.
I wish we knew the name that was inside.
I know.
Okay.
And it's under founding collections, isn't it?
Okay. Are there any other items? All right, hearing none, I think we're at a point we can probably adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Don't get too eager.
We can't, Wally's not here.
We're stuck now.
All right, we have a motion, second.
I'll second.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it was a question mark, second. Okay.
Yeah, second. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. And that was incredible, you people were done.
Yeah.
In a minute, and we
Well,
covered
you
so
We're
much.
adjourned.
That was a great stack lighting around.
Yes.
Can I ask a